He's a toy collector that'll save the day. Xortrider, Rudy, Smuzzy, Junkheap, Dave. Come see those awesome toys on display. Yeah, Figure Force.
Figure Force is the codename of 4 daring, middle-aged, highly obsessed toy bloggers. Its purpose, to bring toy reviews and nostalgia to YouTube, a video sharing website that allows users to upload, view, share and comment. Hi, I'm Rudy Zissou, and in space, no one can hear you scream. So, I was out and about, I had loads of errands to run, and totally wasn't toy hunting at all, just didn't really have time, and it wasn't on my mind at the moment to pick up any new toys or anything. But I did pass a toy store, collectible store. I just thought, I'll have a quick look in, I can window shop. And I unexpectedly picked something up. And I say unexpectedly because I saw a screenshot of this actual action figure months and months ago. And it wasn't the best photo, and it was of I feel like it must have been a toy reveal at New York Toy Fair or something along those lines. And I totally glazed over it. I was just like, I have no connection to the original toys. The photo quality, it just didn't do it any justice. But when I saw it on the toy shelves, actually on the prong, I was just like, wow, it looks incredible. And I was just hit with an absolute wave of emotion in 2 parts. I was just like, I think I missed out on this toy line from 1992. I really did. And it got me all like giddy and shaky, and I was just like, I had no idea that this modern interpretation was going to be this good. That photo did it no justice, and it is the Kenner-inspired NECA versions of the Aliens toys from 1992. As I said, I had no connection to the toys at all from that period. I was 92, let's think 14, 15 years old. I was not playing with toys anymore. I donated a good majority of my toys to the hospice, and I probably mentioned it in loads of other videos. I was either being a complete dork with Warhammer, or I was being extreme skateboarding and BMXing. Toys were just not a thing as a 14-year-old boy for me, and I know that I totally did miss out on these action figures because NECA have brought these to absolute life. And I said it was unexpected because I didn't think about it in that way. Also, when that wave of emotion hit me, it got me thinking about me and my brother and how we both loved the Aliens movie, and we saw it really well. My brother not so much because he was 7 years older than me, but we saw it really early after it got released because we got a VHS player, and somehow we got to watch 15 and 18 movies a lot. My brother used to babysit me, and pretty much all we would do is watch the Terminator, Predator, Aliens, all these 18 movies, and just thinking about it, on reflection, it's massively irresponsible of my brother to show his 7-year-old, 8-year-old brother these hardcore 18 movies about aliens jumping on your face and laying eggs inside you and then bursting out of you, along with scary metal skeleton men that are made out of metal that relentlessly chase after you, or, alien jungle men that are camouflage that jump out and destroy you. What the hell was my brother thinking? Because he just ended up giving me nightmares night after night after night of all these things that are incredibly scary to a 7 or 8 year old. What was he thinking? But that's what happened in the store. I was hit by this wave of emotion of missing a toy and having this awesome emotional connection to my brother. So if you've watched my videos before and I've mentioned my brother, my brother is sadly gone. So I'm always going to be gravitating to toys that remind me of my brother in some sort of capacity. And for some reason, this does. As I said, totally unexpected, but it looks stunning. You know, if we look at what NECA have done, they've just grabbed the best parts of that original 92 toy and obviously just brought it into the modern age. I'm a bit worried about glare, so there we go. But yeah, you can see that it's sculpted really well. They've used something so close to the original artwork, but obviously the toy, it's pretty much an exact replica of a 3 3/4 inch scaled action figure from all these years ago. The artwork's incredible. They do this Kenner inspired NECA logo. It's the standard Aliens logo. It comes with a comic, and as you can see, the figure just looks incredible. And then it gets even better. You know, I've looked at Marvel Legends figures as of late, and the boxes are just inferior compared to this. It's just like it was back in the day for me buying action figures. You get to see all of the figures in the wave. You get to see, you know, Vasquez, Ripley, all the different types of aliens, all the different types of predators, and the various tie-ins that come with it. I'm not the biggest fan of the Aliens versus Predator movies. I watched half of the first one, realised that they'd mixed up ways with the timeline, and Predators were already on Earth and Aliens were already on Earth, and I didn't like it. But the Aliens movie is super exciting, and to get a version of, you know, a really cool character in the movie done in a very different toy style. You know, it's an 18, like it's surely wildly inappropriate for a toy manufacturer to make anything remotely like this, but for 1992 and 93, this is what happens. You know, that Terminator got action figures, Aliens got action figures, Predator got action figures, Last Action Hero, even though that, you know, that was a little bit more of a, I think, 12A or 15, that. How did these things, they all came from Kenner as well. Kenner just thought, you know what, balls to the wall, we're going to release horror flicks done as toys for ages 4 and up. But yeah, it harkens back to card backs of the late 80s and 90s. You get a cutout file card of Sergeant Apone. It's not the done thing anymore. That doesn't happen on action figures. You think about G.I. Joe, you'd cut the backs off and keep the file cards for later. You know, that's the same thing that you can do here, and that is exactly what I plan on doing when I open him up. Even just thinking about opening him up makes me think I'm going to shed a tear, because I'll hate to destroy the packaging, because it's so wonderful. But the rule of the Science Fantasy experience is that any new toy, it's going to get opened no matter what. Yeah, so this has been the box for the Kenner inspired NECA Alien Sergeant Apone. I'll be back when it's free from the plastic prison. So I am back after freeing Sergeant Apone from plastic prison. And before I get into the figure, I've got to show you some of the extra bits that were in the box. I love it when a toy can astonish me and excite me, and I had no idea that there was a Dark Horse comic inside a miniaturized version, volume 3 of the Hive War, which is incredible. And you get to see Bishop, which I know there was a 1992 Bishop action figure, which I don't believe they've done in the NECA line at all. So if they do, I wouldn't mind getting another one to complement Sergeant Apone. Slightly, that's what's going on with the way that I want to collect as of late. I pretty much want to get 2 of something, you know, like either a goodie or a baddie, or, you know, if they're buddies, I want to kind of get those types of 2, or, you know, an enemy and his rival. You know, that's kind of what I want to do, but it's only if Bishop ever gets made. But yeah, a cool little miniaturized version of a Dark Horse comic, you know, from way back when. And the other treat, and this is something that hardly ever happens with action figures, and that is you get a sticker sheet to actually add on to the weapons and the action figure. That's pretty unheard of. I have no recollection of stickers or decal sheets for action figures at all. Yeah, vehicles and GoBots and Transformers, but really not action figures. So I'm blown away by what came with the card back, and I actually managed to keep it absolutely pristine, so you can get a better look at how detailed the front of the box was. And there is Apone's file card, which explains his new biomechanical arm, and you get to see his signature No Bugs t-shirt. But onto the figure, because it is stunning. I can't believe how good it is. Thinking back to the start of the video, and I mentioned that terrible photograph I saw, I can see why I was off put, and it really did me a disservice, because he's incredible. The colours, even though they're quite muted, they're not dull, but they are, you know, not as vibrant as some of the other action figures I've bought lately. It works perfectly. The yellow and the signature No Bugs t-shirt really pops, and his backwards red cap, it really works so well. And the amount of detail on his biomechanical, armed with all that lovely dry brushing work. And this is all, it's that soft rubbery plastic, and it's not totally attached, so when you do want to change poses, it doesn't break or snap, and you have no fears. As you can see, it comes with various weapons. It comes with 2 of the grenade flails, I'm gonna call. Yeah, I've just made up a thing, a grenade flail. I'm presuming they're the type of grenades that you swing and release. I can't imagine you use them as a melee weapon. You'd blow your bloody arm off. But yeah, and he also comes with I feel like that's some sort of pump action shotgun, and the detail on that leather strap, it's minute, it's detailed again. The grey is slightly different to the dry brushed metal. Oh, the details, all this is soft moulded plastic, beautifully detailed. You know, that's, considering it's a cartoon comicized, That's not even a word. An artistic representation of Apone. To look at him, I can see Apone straight away, and that is one hell of a tidy moustache. We absolutely love a moustache here at the Science Fantasy Experience, and that is tip top. Overall, it's absolutely stunning. Detail on the boots, dirty, muddy. You know, he has seen action on, you know, on a Hive ship or down on LV 426. I missed out in 92 for sure, and it's now, all those years later, an unexpected purchase, and I'm blown away by it. It's incredible to not be out toy hunting, find something emotional, find something super cool, to open up and be again enthralled by what's inside, and then just to have it out in hand. It's the whole toy experience done in one here. It's actually pretty overwhelming. I forgot to mention, fine bit of detail on that headset. Everything's kind of over exaggerated to match the comics, and it's stunning. It's one of the best action figures I've bought this year, and I've bought a few. You know, it's been the year of the action figure for me. So yeah, so that has been the Kenner-inspired NECA Sergeant Apone from Aliens. In today's video, I mentioned having bad dreams. You know, bad dreams or nightmares happen to everybody, and they can seem pretty real, but they aren't. They're no more real than any other make-believe story. So don't be ashamed or afraid of telling anybody about your dreams. It happens to all of us. And like so many other things, talking it over with your family or maybe even a good friend can make you feel a whole lot better. So now you know. And knowing is half the battle.